Leggy Cross. Hi, my name is Anna.
And I'm Peyton.
And today, what are we doing today?
Today, we are back with another requested reaction to a girl group this time. We will be reacting to Weki Meki.
So the two songs we'll be reacting to are Dazzle and then OOPSY. So they're two most recent comebacks. I know Weki Meki, but I only really know their very first two songs. Meanwhile, Peyton.
Okay, so I also know Weki Meki. I actually follow Weki Meki because I consistently really like the dances that they put out with their songs. And so I have seen all of their music up through Dazzle, but OOPSY came out about a month ago and I actually haven't watched it yet because I knew that we would be reacting to them and I was hoping that we could do it on this reaction. So yeah. My bias is also Doyeon.
Alright, that being said, let's go!
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, sorry, I'm just like confusion by like the music video set with the song.
Yeah, same.
Because the song was very like bubbly. It has like bubble popping sounds in it. Chae-Yu-jung, she's so cute.
She is really cute.
Yeah. Oh, okay. The braid, oh my gosh. I recognize
that part of the dance is so cute.
Oh. Oh, okay. Breakdown for the rap part. I'm sorry, I feel like we're being very silent.
I mean, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
I was gonna say their costumes, probably because it's called Dazzle, but their costumes for this were all so pretty.
The music video concept with the song is really confusing me. I'm sorry. I'm just like very confused. I'm sorry. I like have not been able to get over that yet. I mean, like, I kind of have the synth horns like during this part. What?
Honestly, I don't get it either.
I'm so confused. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna be really quick because, like I said, I actually have seen this one before. It's like super cute. The thing with Weki Meki is I always really love the dances that they put with their songs because Weki Meki always has very intricate dances that I feel like if you just watch them might not look as hard as they actually are. And I feel like this is a really good example of that because the like recurring movement in this is the dazzle on one leg where they're kicking the other leg, and if you looked at it you're like, oh, like it's probably not that hard, right? Like they're just standing there like doing that dance move, but it's actually so much harder than you would think it is. Like that's such a balance test and you have to have so much core strength to do that. And when they perform it, they're doing it in heels. I'm just consistently like really enjoy watching their choreography because they always have things that I don't expect in them, including this one. but I'm not going to talk for a long time because I've seen this one when it came out. So Anna's turn.
Sorry for not saying a lot. I really could not get over my confusion of like how a song like this fits with their music video concept. So if anyone can explain that to me in the comments, please feel free to leave an explanation so that I can finally understand. But to talk about the song itself, from what I know of their group concept, not specifically like this comeback concept, but like their group concept, I feel like it's very fitting because from what I remember of Toyeon always saying the explanation when they debuted, they are a teen crush concept. So I think it fits really well because they have a lot of moments in the song because like it's very youthful. Just a few examples are like the group chant parts where they have like the hey hey in the background, and that's how the song ends as well. And then also there's this one part in the first verse, I don't know who's singing it, but it sounds kind of like a children's song where it's like easy to sing along to. The very pure major sort of simplistic line of a children's song, it reminded me of that. The song in itself is just like very playful but sassy, and I feel like sassy is definitely part of their concept because like the songs that I know are I Don't Like Your Girlfriend and then the la 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 la, so I consider them to be very sassy. But then also adding playful, useful elements to the song is like the bubble sounds that I was talking about. While it is being more playful, also as it happens throughout the whole song, it's helping add more like of a rhythmic feel to it, like the syncopation as well. And then a couple of other small things about the song, that bass line that's happening throughout is just the synth, but it's one of those synths that isn't exactly like on pitch. It's like slightly off, it goes down a little bit, but it's very like techno sounding. And then also something I thought was interesting in the chorus, the melody is doubled by the synth horn sound, the one that goes da 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 da. So that, I don't think I got the pitches right, but you know what part I'm talking about. It like helps emphasize that moment, but also it's very like impactful. It's not very sustained, they're very short, sort of accented, so it's like da 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 da. And I think that is also where the haze are happening, or similar timing to where the haze are happening, so it's very like in your face. And then one thing that I thought was kind of cute, just to end my comments, was since the song is called Dazzle Dazzle, and in the music video the whole time they're holding this like diamond, to end a phrase, it ended the song, but also it might have ended the first chorus. I don't know if it ended the second chorus. There's like a, in silence, there's the ding sound. Yeah. That's all I have to say. Next.
Okay, so now we're going to react to their most recent comeback, OOPSY. Yeah, let's just get into it.
Oh. Ooh. Okay. They're dressed a lot more like older.
Yeah.
I mean, like even the music video shot from the beginning, it's like dark instead of just colors.
It's like more sophisticated.
What's that girl's name again?
Oh my god, I just blanked.
It's okay, we'll talk about it later.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry.
No, but now it's gonna bother me.
We'll look it up later.
I will think of it.
The song is just very fast-paced.
Oh.
I wish it was just like a couple of clicks slower. So I feel like I'm in a race right now. Oh, but she looks really pretty. I mean, they all do. But like,
yeah. Rina.
Ah, okay.
I was like, I know.
I thought it started with an R.
It does.
No, that's what I was saying. I was like, okay. I couldn't think of it.
Ooh, the short hair. It is really fast.
Yeah. I'm just like, my heart is racing.
Racing.
I just want it to be a little bit slower. But I feel like the fast pace is like what's helping keep their whole like teen concept in more of a sophisticated, yeah. Wow, she looks really pretty in this. What the sorry.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to watch the dance. Oh, she looks so grown up.
Background vocals for Dreamlike Feeling. Wow. The claps.
Wow.
She's so pretty, what the heck? Yeah, it's just very sophisticated.
Oh, that's a really pretty shot.
Oh shoot, what is this line reminding me of?
Wow.
That reminds me of something.
Okay. This was fun because I hadn't gotten to see this one yet. I watched the dance afterwards, and like we were saying in it, the song is really fast. Like, I think Anna, you said like your heart was beating fast, like it was racing. And I was feeling the same way because I was like, oh, I just want to breathe. Because I really like Weki Meki dances usually, and I was kind of worried like, oh, if the song is this fast, like am I going to feel overwhelmed watching the dance? Because you could see some of it in the music video, but I wasn't entirely sure what the whole thing was going to look like. But I was actually really pleasantly surprised, and I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed the song better watching it or listening to it while I was watching the dance. And that's because the way that it's been choreographed, they have put like, I don't want to say breaks in there because it's not that the choreography ever really stops, but it's like they have enough moments where it's almost like the way that the song is accented and like the contrast that they've put in the choreography with the movement, it almost lets you know when to breathe and when to be like, okay, like that's like a second I can take. And there's like a couple of examples in the chorus, for instance. So like the OOPSY movement, they go down and then they contract up and they drag the contraction out on the OOPSY, and it was where you were like, you kind of did it with them. You're kind of like, oh, okay, and that like kind of lets you breathe. And then in the second part of the chorus, when they say something 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 you see, they do this like hinge movement with their leg, and everything right up until that moment has been really fast. And then it like slows down for that movement, and it was like, let my heart rate slow down too. And so I was like, oh, that's really smart choreography for a song that has like a very fast pace the whole time. And also there are enough moments in the dance where they break into groups, like it becomes more of a thing after the first chorus during the second verse, and even a little bit in the second chorus. They're not all on stage at the same time, and so it gives your eyes a break. I did really like the dance. Like, I wasn't surprised that I liked the dance because that's one of the reasons that I follow them, is that I always like their dances. Sometimes choreographers give female idols more poses or like less difficult choreography because it's what's expected, and they're more focused on showing off like the idol's beauty rather than the idol's skill, which just, if you've ever heard me talk about female group choreography, you know bothers me because they train just as hard and can dance just as well as the boys. But that's a whole nother TED Talk. But whoever does the choreography for Weki Meki always gives them really, really nice choreography that's like really well thought out and showcases them really well and is intricate, I would say. So I always really like watching them dance. And then I've been thinking about this, Anna, since you gave your comments about Dazzle, because you kept using the word sassy. And I was like, yes, like that makes so much sense as to why I like this, because I feel like if I were just to describe my like normal go-to music taste to someone and then followed it up with, and I also like Weki Meki, they'd probably be like, yes, are you sure? But like, I love the sassy vibe. It's like, I just love it. And with that being said, Anna's turn.
So I feel like I need to clarify in the reaction. I feel like it seems like I didn't really like the song, but I actually really like this one. It's just like I was saying, it just felt really fast. I think I would have liked it more if it was a few clicks slower. Basically, I feel like the song was made to be a song that I like because, for one thing, they have so many background vocals in this and it's beautiful. They have like lower and upper harmonies that double a lot of things to obviously show that they're important and things to focus on, but also it just makes it feel really dreamlike, which is interesting with like a more fast-paced song. But rewinding to start from the beginning of the song, so the intro is like this whistle-esque sound that's doubled by a bass, which is really cool. But then Yujong starts doing like the intro line, and then the second half of her intro line where it says be like, I think is the words, her voice doubles itself. That caught me off guard when I heard it, and it made me like focus and like 집중 on the song as it goes into the first verse. The verses themselves, instrumental, is very bare, but occasionally there are like little twinkling sounds in the background that go like which kind of reminded me of a video game, so it was already made for me to like it. One thing that happens that I was like, oh, callback, is before the chorus there's like silence and then a ding sound that was kind of like the ding sound in Dazzle Dazzle, which if I hadn't just been listening to Dazzle Dazzle I might not have made that connection. I thought that was kind of funny because I didn't catch that on the first listen when we were reacting to it, but when we were first reacting to it there's that scene where like Yoo-jung is holding a glass sphere, and I was like, haha, that kind of reminds me of how they're all holding the diamonds in Dazzle Dazzle. It was just kind of a cool coincidence. Maybe it wasn't a coincidence, who knows? And then continuing on with the song, the second verse is a little bit more rhythmic than the first verse was. Just for example, like there's a triplet rap in this one, and overall the song was just like very groovy, like starting with the bass line that's like do 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 do, but then there's like these higher synths that are added on top of it, and then the sass in their voices, because like I mentioned in Dazzle Dazzle, they do have a lot of sass in their voices, a lot of stylistic choices. So to be honest, the song combined with the music video was like vaguely 80s to me. Not exactly 80s, but like very reminiscent of it, and I love 80s music.
She does.
Yeah. But then like the groovy vibe B parts of like the verse along with the shots in the music video, because like we were saying, like it's a lot more muted, it felt more sophisticated. It kind of made me feel like I was watching one of those montages for like the Ocean's movies. If that's what they were going for, then I'm totally here for it. If not, I'm still here for it. Yeah, I think that's all I really had to say. So I guess we can TLDR now?
Your turn.
Okay, so TLDR for the video is we really enjoyed reacting to these two, one that Peyton knew beforehand, both that I did not know beforehand. And if I were to choose a favorite between the two, I think it's kind of obvious that I liked OOPSY more. Peyton, what about you?
Not me too.
Yeah.
I like OOPSY more.
But that being said, we really do enjoy Weki Meki and appreciate their talent so much.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll be getting more recognition in the future like they deserve.
Yeah, so that being said, if you like this video and you also love Weki Meki and hope that they start getting more attention that they deserve in the future, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and bye-bye!
Bye!